Hi everyone, welcome back. This is a beautiful motherboard from Colorful, which is the CVN X870 ARK Frozen V14. Yes, it's a pretty long name, but it's pretty much how it is with Colorful's product. They have their CVN and their Frozen and their V, and then of course indicating the chipset, in this case X870. So let's begin to talk about this board, and as I explain what I like about this board, I will be comparing to what is currently available on the market, which is the B650 model. I haven't seen the X870 on this X870 model on the market yet. So the B650 I saw it retailing about 1100 plus Malaysian ringgit, so this one expect it to be higher, but there are a number of improvements over the B650 model. So let's begin. First things first, I like this part a lot, which is the clip for the graphics card. I've been running benchmarks on this one, swapping out cards, and this one has made it so pleasant experience of releasing cards. Let's say when you install the card, it's on, you just have to press it and it dislodges this area for you to remove the card. And you know, there are a number of cards that actually broke the clip simply because in cases where I cannot reach, or for some reason I thought I have reached and still pull out, it happened. Okay, sometimes it is very difficult to press when you have a card with a thick backplate, and you know, it's really annoying. And with that, I say really, I hope future motherboards would have this part. Now, other improvements over the B650 model would be like the metal reinforced DIMM slot, and then when it comes to connectivity, it has 5 gigabit LAN, and the Wi-Fi went on from Wi-Fi 6 to Wi-Fi 7, which is really nice. And after beyond that, let's talk about the power delivery. It has additional CPU 12 volt power connectivity, and then the power phase is slightly different. Now their power phase is using 80 one instead of the 55 amp. So overall, the motherboard has improved entirely. And if I want to be picky, the last bit would be the USB type C connector, which is now front facing instead of top facing. So these are the features I like about the board. Now, based on my user experience, the BIOS is actually kind of like ASRock's one, so I am very pleased with it. I was able to tune my 7800 X3D to the way I like, adjusting the PBO and then the curve, and I got the performance I want. Even for the memory tuning, I managed to adjust it to what I want, the cache latency and all that. So overall, I had good experience with this motherboard. And if you're looking for a motherboard, an X or AMD AM5 motherboard, and willing to spend that price point for a motherboard, and you want something that's different, not the usual brands, this is solid. I mean, what do you need from the BIOS? I think that's a usual complaint from people, but to me, I know I didn't have that good experience with Colorful's motherboard before, but this is not the case. I have good experience with this one. It tuned the way I like. If anything, the only thing I would like to complain about with Colorful's product would be, one, the BIOS profile. When you want to save the profile, you always have to enter the name. It's not like others when you just go to the profile and save. That's the tedious part. And for the software, I do hope that Colorful releases a software that can actually control the memory RGB color. Now I have to resort to Open RGB or Signal RGB, whichever, when in the past I could use other motherboard software for their memory controlling or the color of the memory. Unfortunately, I cannot do that with the Colorful's board just yet, not at least at this time of this recording. But anyway, this is a great motherboard at this price point. I definitely would not hesitate to recommend it if you're looking for an AM5 motherboard. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Do remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and bye bye.